ever-evolving world of technology, advancement in the capabilities of aviation and weapons is not a rare occurrence as nations invest in the creation of the best versions of their most developed weapons, with the aim to be at the forefront of technological achievement while working on improving their defense systems. The United States defense system, in response to the changes in the realm of warfare, has embarked on the development of a sixth-generation fighter jet that is more advanced than its F-35M. What made the F-35 fall out? What are the capabilities of the F/A-XX that makes it stand out? Join us as we look into the F/A-XX fighter jet that the Navy just announced as it says bye to the F-35. Several years after the deployment of the F-35, the United States Defense Department has not only noted some technical issues that accompany the operation of this popular fighter jet, but also complained about the cost of acquisition and maintenance. After a while of using this jet, its hidden flaws, including glitches, begin to surface, and if left unattended, could put any pilot operating it in danger. The F-35 was created through a program called the Joint Strike Fighter, which combined different aircraft programs from the 1980s and 1990s. One of its roots was a program by DARPA called Advanced Short Takeoff and Vertical Landing, which aimed to replace the Harrier jump jet for the US Marine Corps and the UK Royal Navy. Lockheed Skunk Works, under AST-OVL, worked on a stealthy supersonic fighter with a unique lift fan system. It was designed to perform both air superiority and strike missions, and was also programmed to provide electronic warfare and intelligence. This project was heavily invested in and was the most sought-after jet, preferred for its capabilities and its design. But the flaws noticed in this fighter jet, including its variations, have left many potential investors wondering if the fighter jet is safe to invest in. In addition to these flaws, the pilots that have been in the F-35B and F-35C variants' cockpits commented on how careful they had to be with respect to how fast they flew to prevent damage to the plane's structure and stealth covering. They also had issues like intense pressure in the cockpit, causing ear and sinus pain, problems with the display in the helmet, and the night vision camera, making it hard to land the F-35 on an aircraft carrier. These are significant problems, labeled as Category 1 deficiencies in the documents exclusively owned by Defense News. These inadequacies indicate major flaws that affect the safety and success of a mission. The documents also go into detail about 13 of the most serious problems with the fighter jet. They explain the situations linked to each issue, how it affects the F-35's operations, and what the Defense Department plans to do to improve it. Importantly, most of these issues have not been openly shared with the public, revealing a lack of openness about the setbacks of the Defense Department's most well-known and expensive weapon system. The challenges faced by the F-35 aircraft affect a broader group of users, extending beyond just the US Air Force, Marine Corps, and Navy, as these branches have all chosen the fighter jet as their future fighter. Additionally, 9 partner nations have contributed funds towards the development of the jet. This joint effort highlights the widespread reliance on the F-35 as a key component of the military arsenals of multiple nations. Since the F-35 took off for the first time 17 years ago, it has spent a total of 7,021 hours in the air. They've built and delivered more than 962 of these planes, and they've been used in over 430,000 missions. But unfortunately, there have been 29 accidents involving the F-35 over the years, as reported by the Aviation Safety Network. The first crash happened in February 2013, and the latest one was in September of 2023. In the most recent incident, the pilot had to eject from the plane, and the military temporarily lost the aircraft near Charleston, South Carolina. In 2012, it was disclosed that a specialized team of US Navy hackers successfully breached the advanced logistics system, prompting Lockheed to enhance cybersecurity measures for Alice. Despite these efforts, the escalating cyber activities from nations like China, North Korea, and Russia persist as a cause for concern, particularly for programs heavily reliant on extensive data sharing across global nodes. For F-35 users, a potential threat looms in the form of an attack on one of the vulnerable nodes. Due to the complex connection of the autonomous logistics information system with various systems, a cyber intrusion could spread throughout the international network. This scenario could disrupt maintenance schedules if critical software updates were unavailable or if parts could not be ordered, resulting in prolonged periods of aircraft inactivity. In 2017, U.S. Marine Corps F-35Bs stationed at Yuma Air Station faced a temporary grounding when anomalies were detected in an ALES software update. Although this incident was not deliberate, it underscored the susceptibility of the F-35 fleet to a compromised version of ALICE. While ALICE appears promising on paper, its efficacy is crucial, and any shortcomings pose significant challenges. Malicious software could secretly introduce false information into ALICE by spoofing systems, leading to the unnecessary grounding of operational aircraft. Given ALICE's extensive monitoring of F-35 parameters, a worst-case scenario involves adversary hackers extracting critical performance data for their advantage. Consequently, while physically disabling an airborne, radar-evading F-35 seems nearly impossible. A sophisticated hacker unit from a rogue nation could incapacitate the jet before it even takes flight. While the fighter jet's Joint Program Office has been making notable progress in solving these problems, not all issues are anticipated to be resolved before a crucial decision on full-rate production is made. Vice Admiral Matt Winter, the Defense Department's F-30 program executive, provided insights into the ongoing developments. He acknowledged the challenges, but emphasized that, at present, none of these problems pose a threat to the aircraft's design, hardware, or manufacturing processes. The full-rate production decision is a critical step that assesses the readiness of the F-35 for mass production. In an interview with Defense News, he assured that the current challenges are not unsolvable obstacles. Instead, they are issues that the F-35 Joint Program Office is actively addressing to ensure that the aircraft meets the required standards for full-rate production. The decision to move into full-rate production involves a comprehensive evaluation of various factors, including the aircraft's design integrity, the functionality of its hardware, and the efficiency of its manufacturing processes. He also emphasized that there are no significant factors that would jeopardize the Defense Department's decision to approve full-rate production of this fighter jet. This assurance symbolizes the commitment to maintaining high standards and ensuring that the F-35 is fully prepared for large-scale production. While challenges exist, the collaborative efforts of the F-35 Joint Program Office aim to address these issues promptly, ensuring the aircraft's effectiveness and reliability as it becomes a central component of the defense capabilities of multiple nations. But as a result of the current limitations of the F-35, the Navy has been on the hunt for a fighter jet that would offer unrivaled long-range stealth and sensor fusion. With this vision in mind, the Navy has started the development of a new fighter jet referred to as the F/A-XX, which would have the sophisticated characteristics of both F-35Cs and F/A-18EF. Concerning the manufacturing of this advanced fighter, prominent aerospace companies like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman are actively bidding for the airframe contract. Simultaneously, General Electric and Pratt & Whitney are in contention for the engine contract. This competitive landscape shows the significance of the F/A-XX program, drawing interest from several major players in the aerospace industry. Despite being essentially a new airframe, the Navy chose to retain the FA designation, positioning the program as an upgrade rather than an entirely new jet when presenting it to Congress. This strategic naming decision aimed to garner support and approval for the initiative. The F/A-XX is a sixth-generation fighter jet that is being developed to be the next-generation Air Dominance Fighter, or NGAD fighter. It will be designed with heavy-duty landing gear to reduce the impacts from landing and takeoffs, while the nose wheel will be designed to include a launch bar that can be lowered to attach to the catapult. The design includes something called planar separation, where an imaginary line can be drawn through its top and bottom halves. This design, found in other advanced fighters like the F-22 and F-35, helps scatter radar waves, prevents them from easily going around the fighter jet, and makes it harder for radar operators to get a detailed picture. The fighter jet also does an uncommon thing with its air intakes. The intakes are slanted backward, and the fan blades inside the engine are hidden using air ducts or tunnels. Fan blades usually show up a lot on radar, so the more hidden they are, the sneakier the plane becomes. Another part of staying stealthy is managing the heat the plane gives off. The F/A-XX might use covers or baffles in its engine exhaust ports to do this, similar to what was done with the YF-23. Since it's meant to replace the Super Hornet, the F/A-XX has to be able to fly longer distances, so that's a big goal in its design. To remain hidden from radar, the F/A-XX would store its weapons internally. The model of this fighter includes a primary weapons bay capable of holding up to 6 heavy munitions, like laser-guided bombs or compact anti-ship missiles. As a versatile fighter, this bay can also house air-to-air missiles. A crucial demand for the fighter jet is due to its ability to accommodate upcoming hypersonic missiles in its bay. This internal storage ensures the aircraft maintains a low radar profile, contributing to its overall stealth capabilities. This design approach aligns with the fighter's multi-role functionality, allowing it to handle various mission requirements while operating covertly. In 5th-generation fighters, sensor fusion is a key feature, allowing pilots to process vast amounts of data from various sources efficiently. The F/A-XX is likely to forego a traditional heads-up display and instead opt for a custom helmet that continuously provides essential information to the pilot. To further enhance its capabilities, the aircraft will utilize artificial intelligence algorithms to efficiently manage its onboard systems and coordinate with connected drones. By relying on a custom helmet, the F/A-XX ensures that the pilot has constant access to critical information without the need for a separate heads-up display. This streamlined approach allows for better situational awareness, which is crucial in high-stakes combat scenarios. The integration of AI algorithms goes beyond just data management. These algorithms play a role in coordinating with connected drones, essentially transforming the F/A-XX into a combat hub in the sky. The aircraft can control its own group of drones, forming a miniature strike force that can swiftly respond to potential threats. This way, the F/A-XX becomes a sophisticated and interconnected combat node, leveraging advanced technology to process information efficiently and collaborate seamlessly with drones. This not only empowers the aircraft itself, but also extends its capabilities by controlling a network of drones, creating a dynamic and responsive force ready to engage and counter any adversary it may encounter in the sky. The use of AI in the F/A-XX extends beyond managing data and coordinating with drones. It plays an important role in handling the aircraft's flight controls. Maintaining the flight of the jet demands constant control inputs, a concept similar to the operational dynamics of an F-16, which remains airborne despite its inherently unstable design. The application of AI in managing flight controls enhances the aircraft's responsiveness and adaptability. Another distinctive feature of the jet is its anticipated superior maneuverability compared to previous fighters of similar size. This enhanced agility is not only a result of advanced AI assistance, but also a proof of the serious consideration given to the aircraft's engines. Surprisingly, the engines are among the most complicated components in any aircraft design. In aircraft engineering, weight is a critical factor that can determine the success or failure of a design. Developing an engine that can generate maximum thrust while maintaining minimal weight presents a formidable challenge. The complicated engine design makes it a complex undertaking, illustrating why certain fighters, such as the Saab JS-39 and the HAL Tejas, opt for license-built variations of the GEF-414 engine akin to those employed in the Super Hornet. The engine of the F/A-XX represents a significant leap forward in technology, surpassing the capabilities of current generation engines. Both General Electric and Pratt & Whitney are actively engaged in the development of an adaptive cycle engine for this advanced fighter. Unlike traditional engines, the adaptive cycle engine introduces a groundbreaking concept: automatic adjustments based on real-time conditions. This allows the fighter to seamlessly switch between high-thrust modes and fuel-efficient operations, essentially offering the best of both worlds in terms of performance. The key innovation lies in the engine's adaptability to the present circumstances, enabling it to optimize its performance dynamically. Whether the need is for high thrust during intense combat situations or fuel efficiency for extended missions, the adaptive engine is designed to meet these demands effectively. Reports suggest that the F/A-XX will feature a twin-engine configuration, aligning with the long-standing tradition of naval fighters. The twin-engine setup has been a standard feature in naval fighter aircraft for decades, with the notable exception of the F-35 Lightning. It provides redundancy and enhances the aircraft's overall reliability, crucial factors for naval operations. Interestingly, the adaptive cycle engine is not exclusive to the F/A-XX. It is also undergoing development for the Air Force's next-generation air dominance fighter. This shared technology raises the possibility of common components between the NG-8 and F/A-XX engines, promoting interoperability and ease of maintenance. Just as the fifth-generation F-22 Raptor showcased two-dimensional thrust vectoring, incorporating this technology into the F/A-XX makes logical sense. The synergy of canards and thrust vectoring promises significant enhancements in carrier takeoff, overall performance, and maneuverability. While the Air Force's NG-8D can leverage longer runways, reducing reliance on thrust vectoring, the Navy's F/A-XX, dealing with shorter carrier decks, stands to gain substantial benefits from this advanced maneuvering capability. The combination of canards and thrust vectoring reflects a strategic design choice aimed at optimizing the F/A-XX's operational efficiency and effectiveness in the unique context of naval aviation. Another major aspect of the F/A-XX is its potential to include an optional unmanned capability. If the ultimate design incorporates thrust vectoring, an unmanned jet may sustain higher G-forces for an extended duration compared to a piloted aircraft. Regardless, the introduction of thrust vectoring holds practical and advantageous prospects for the aircraft's performance and versatility. Equipped with advanced sensors and onboard artificial intelligence, the F/A-XX has the potential to serve as an efficient drone commander. The XX in the jet's name reflects the absence of a specific number assigned to the fighter, yet it could be 36, but that remains uncertain. The intriguing aspect is the FA designation, indicating a focus on attack missions. This name follows a tradition that was set by fighter jets, like the FA-18 Hornet and Super Hornet. While most fighters today serve multiple roles, the FA designation underscores the emphasis on attack capabilities. The Navy's decision to retain the FA designation for their NG-8 fighter indicates two key intentions: signaling that the new jet will replace the FA-18 Super Hornet and reassuring Congress of the Navy's commitment to the existing fifth-generation F-35Bs and CZs. To clarify, the F/A-XX, a sixth-generation fighter, complements the F-35 while taking over the role of the fourth-generation Super Hornet, distinct from replacing the fifth-generation Lightning. The Navy's historical challenges in acquiring entirely new aircraft needs to be put into consideration. Reflecting on the late 1990s, the A-12 Avenger was intended as a successor to the iconic A-6 Intruder. Unfortunately, due to delays and escalating costs, the program faced cancellation. The intriguing narrative of the A-12 is currently in the works for an upcoming video. The Navy's struggles persisted beyond the A-12. There was a phase where the possibility of extending the service life of the renowned F-14 Tomcat emerged, with a concept like the thrust-vectoring Super Tomcat 21. However, this initiative was abandoned in favor of the Super Hornet. Additionally, the advanced tactical fighter competition involving the YF-22 and YF-23 fighters took place. The YF-23, with its enhanced range potential, could have suited the Navy well. Yet, when the Navy withdrew from the ATF competition, it paved the way for the YF-22 to emerge victorious. While the F-22 Raptor is undoubtedly exceptional, the Navy's withdrawal appears to be a missed opportunity once again. These historical instances highlight the complexity and challenges associated with the Navy's pursuit of new aircraft. The A-12 Avenger's cancellation and the subsequent choices made in favor of the Super Hornet and F-22 Raptor showcase the intricate decisions and trade-offs involved in determining the Navy's aviation fleet. It seems the Navy is taking a different approach this time. The F/A-XX program has been under development for 3 years, and a significant investment of $1.53 billion has been earmarked for 2024 alone. Notably, this allocation surpasses the combined funding for the Navy's next-generation destroyer and the next-generation attack submarine programs. Beyond just a catchy name, the Navy is demonstrating a substantial financial commitment to the F/A-XX initiative. Drawing a parallel with the F/A designation, a strategic decision was made in the 1990s post-Gulf War. During a period of widespread defense budget cuts, the Navy opted to retain the F/A-18 designation from the Legacy Hornet when developing what we now know as the Super Hornet. Despite their visual similarities, the Super Hornet is an entirely new aircraft, even utilizing different hydraulic fluids compared to the Legacy Hornet. This historical callback highlights the Navy's deliberate approach to nomenclature and the significant investment it undertakes in developing advanced aircraft technologies. As for the anticipated debut of the F/A-XX in flight, current estimates suggest it could take place in the early 2030s, aligning with the projected retirement period of the Super Hornet and Growler fleets. This timing allows for a seamless transition to the new 6th-generation fighter. Thanks for watching. While you're still here, click on the link appearing on your screen to watch another of our interesting videos. See you there.